Welcome everyone to the annual public meeting of Epsom St Helier University Hospital's NHS Trust. I'm Cherry McCormack, one of the non-executive directors, and I'm standing in for Lawrence Newman, our interim chairman, who unfortunately can't be here this evening. Big thank you all for coming this evening. It's really good to see so many patients and local people from across the areas served by the Trust, namely Sutton, Epsom, Merton and the surrounding areas. And it's also great to see so many staff. Unfortunately, a few people are unable to attend, so I have some apologies. And that includes from Tom Brake, the MP for Carshalton and Wallington, Ruth Connell, who's the Chief Executive of NHS London, Stephen Hammond, the MP for Wimbledon, Anne Milton, the MP for Guildford and Minister of State, Paul Burstow, MP for Sutton and Sheen and Minister of State, and Sadiq Khan, who's the MP for Tooting. And just for your information, we're actually tweeting this event live, so we might have a few questions from our 1,300 followers during the question and answer session. You'll see our agenda this evening splits into three parts. First of all, we'll focus on the big picture of the Trust. Matthew, our CEO, will give an overview of last year and our plans and priorities for 2011 and 2012. He'll be followed by Krishna, our Director of Finance, who will give a review of the Trust's financial performance. The second part puts the spotlight on two areas to showcase the specific work done in our hospitals. Susan Thompson will share a day in the life of a modern matron, and Hilary Rankin will talk about the Centre of Pain Education. Unfortunately, Hassan Shihata has had to pull out, but I'm sure Susan and Hilary will more than make up for it. Next, there will be a question and answer session, so I hope that you'll all come armed with your questions. And then the final part of our meeting, and that's dedicated to saying a very special thank you to our charities and our volunteers. Once the formal meeting's finished, do take the time to view the information stands in the conference room. I arrived a little early, so I've had a chance to go around most of the displays. They're very impressive, so thank you to all of the exhibitors, and please take the opportunity to go and spend some time with them. It'll really give you an insight into the work that our staff and our volunteers do. Coming to the Trust, 2010-2011 was an exciting, albeit challenging year for the Trust. Whilst Matthew will cover the many highlights, I want to focus on one key area, and that's the unwavering commitment of our staff and our volunteers. During my time with the Epsom, Sutton and St Helier, I've heard so many stories about staff, both clinical and non-clinical, and the volunteers, all of whom go above and beyond the call of duty in supporting and caring for our patients. Cast your mind back to last December and the cold winter of this year. Many of our staff actually trekked for miles to get to our hospitals during those long weeks of snow and ice. More recently, many staff came in on standby during the riots, ready to deal with whatever came through our hospital doors. On a lighter side, our staff and volunteers do some amazing and very often ingenious things to raise money in support of our services and charities. This can range from running a marathon to things like skydiving. It goes without saying that the Trust is facing a period of unparalleled change, and whilst we know this is unsettling for our staff, they're handling it well, continuing to put our patients first and work as a team, both of which are core values we hold very dear. The commitment of our staff was evident at our recent annual staff awards, where 106 people were recognised for long service. This included 72 staff who've worked for the Trust for 15 years, 31 people with 25 years service in the NHS, and 3 people with 40 years service. And if you add that all together, you get a staggering 1,975 years of service. I think that's something to be very proud of. I'd like to take the opportunity as well to thank our key partners, including the local NHS, and that's NHS London, NHS Surrey and NHS South West London. I'd also like to thank the educational bodies we work with, as well as our local GPs, our links groups, the local councils and MPs, and both internal and our external charities. Finally, I'd like to say a personal thank you to the Trust's board, the executive team and my fellow non-executive directors. Their stewardship has been key to our success over the last year and will be vital in meeting the challenges to come. Thank you very much.